Have you ever heard a strange, distant cry at night? A sound that chills your bones and makes you wonder if something is out there, hidden in the darkness? Sometimes when the world is quiet and the river flows silently, a mournful wail drifts through the air, sending shivers down the spines of those who hear it. In Latin America, that sound is said to belong to La Llorona, the weeping woman. Her presence is felt wherever the river winds, and her legend is one of the most chilling and enduring tales in the region. Her legend is ancient, whispered for generations to warn and to chill. Parents tell her story to their children, hoping to keep them safe from wandering too close to the water at night. La Llorona's story is told wherever rivers run and shadows gather. Her tale flows with the current, carried from village to village, always changing but always the same at its heart. She is a ghost, forever searching, her wail echoing through the night. Some say her cries are for her lost children, others believe she mourns her own fate, doomed to wander for eternity. The tale is always the same, a beautiful woman, her lost children, and her endless, heartbreaking search. Her sorrow is so deep it lingers in the air, haunting anyone who hears her voice. Her story is a warning, a lesson, and a haunting reminder of sorrow. It teaches children to be careful, and adults to remember the consequences of their actions. But who was she before she became a ghost? To understand the pain behind her cries, we must go back in time, to a world very different from our own. Before the legend, there was a woman named Maria. She lived a simple life, filled with hope and dreams, unaware of the tragedy that would one day make her a legend. And in her small village, as the sun set and the shadows grew long, Maria's story was about to begin, a story that would echo through the ages, carried on the wind and whispered by the river forever. Maria was famed for her beauty, a beauty that seemed to shine even in the poorest corners of her world. Her long dark hair and striking features made her the subject of many whispered conversations and admiring glances. She lived in a small, humble village, where life was simple, and every day was a struggle to make ends meet. The villagers knew each other well, and Maria's presence was like a rare flower blooming among the stones. Maria often gazed out her window, longing for a life beyond the dusty roads and worn-out walls. She dreamed of escaping poverty, believing her looks would bring her a better life, a future filled with comfort and happiness. One day, a wealthy nobleman arrived in the village, his presence turning heads and stirring excitement. He was captivated by Maria, enchanted by her beauty and grace. He wooed her with lavish gifts and sweet promises, painting pictures of a life she had only dared to imagine. It wasn't long before Maria agreed to marry him, her heart full of hope. Their happiness seemed complete with the birth of 2 sons. Maria felt her dreams were finally coming true, her family the center of her world. But as time passed, the nobleman grew distant, leaving Maria alone for long stretches. The laughter in their home faded, replaced by silence and longing. When he returned, his affection was only for the boys, ignoring Maria entirely. She watched from the sidelines, feeling invisible in her own home. Maria's joy faded, replaced by jealousy and heartbreak. The love she once felt was now shadowed by pain and confusion. She watched her husband's love slip away, and bitterness took root in her heart. The warmth of their early days was gone, replaced by cold distance. The perfect life she imagined was unraveling before her eyes, each day pulling her further from the happiness she once knew. Her husband's absence grew longer, and Maria's pain deepened with every lonely night. She felt abandoned, her heart aching for the love she had lost. The seeds of tragedy were sown in her loneliness, as sorrow and resentment began to take hold, growing stronger with each passing day. And soon, her sorrow would turn to something far darker, setting in motion a chain of events that would change everything forever. Maria's heartbreak twisted into rage. One day by the river, she saw her husband with another woman, ignoring Maria and their sons. In a moment of blind fury, Maria did the unthinkable. She threw her children into the river. As the current swept them away, her anger vanished, replaced by horror. She screamed, "Ay, mis hijos! Oh, my children!" and searched desperately, but it was too late. Days passed as she wandered the riverbank calling for her sons. Grief consumed her, and she died there, broken-hearted. Her cries echoed through the valley, a mother's agony turned to legend. The river kept her secret, but her sorrow would not rest. Maria's story did not end with her death. It was only the beginning of her eternal punishment. Maria's spirit could not find peace. Her restless soul wandered the earth, unable to escape the pain of her past. Each night she returned to the riverbanks where her tragedy began, searching endlessly for what she had lost. Denied entry to the afterlife, she was doomed to search for her lost children forever. Her cries echoed through the night, a haunting reminder of her sorrow and regret. The river became her prison and the darkness her only companion. She became La Llorona, the weeping woman, her beauty gone, her soul trapped between worlds. Her tears flowed endlessly and her wails sent chills down the spines of those who heard them. She was neither alive nor truly dead, forever caught in her grief. At night near rivers, people hear her mournful wail, "Ay, mis hijos, donde están mis hijos?" Her voice drifts on the wind, carrying her pain to all who listen. The sound is so sorrowful it is said to make even the bravest hearts tremble. She drifts in a white gown, her face hidden, her presence chilling the air. The sight of her is enough to freeze anyone in fear, and her cold touch is said to bring misfortune to those who cross her path. Some say if her cry sounds close, she is far away. If it sounds distant, she is near. This eerie warning keeps people alert, never sure if she is watching from the shadows or waiting just out of sight. Parents warn children, come home before dark or La Llorona might take you. Her legend is told in whispers, passed down through generations, a story meant to protect the young from wandering too far. Her legend keeps children safe from dangerous waters and lonely roads. The fear of meeting La Llorona keeps them close to home, away from the river's edge where danger lurks. The fear of La Llorona is a powerful warning. Her story is more than a tale. It is a lesson about loss, regret, and the consequences of our actions. Her sorrow haunts the night, a lesson never forgotten. Even now, her spirit lingers, reminding us to cherish those we love and to never take the safety of home for granted. The legend of La Llorona endures more than just a tale to frighten children. It speaks to love, jealousy, regret, and the consequences of a single, tragic choice. Her endless search is a symbol of eternal penance and sorrow. The story is passed down, retold in families, schools, and even in modern media. Each version changes, but the heart remains. A mother's love, twisted by loss. Her wail is a reminder that some mistakes echo forever. So if you hear a cry by the river at night, listen closely. It might be the wind, or it might be La Llorona. Her story is a haunting piece of our shared history, and as long as rivers flow, her legend will never die.